Welcome, all you Virgos, to your monthly reading for the month of April, and we're going to be looking into the heart chakra this month and asking how can we open ourselves up more to love. We've been looking at the chakras each month. We started in January with the root chakra, and here we are in month number 4 already. Can't believe it's April already. But of course, we are also starting our new solar calendar, which, moving from Aries all the way through Pisces. So what a great way to start this new solar annual year by delving into the heart, right? And what's great this month too is that our ancestors wanted to be a part of this reading. And we're going to pull a card here from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle to start off. We're just going to ask them and the Creator and Spirit what they would like you to know for this month of April in general around how you can open yourself up more to love. So, for all our Virgos, what would you like them to know? All right, there we go. So you have Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. So I love that. Your ancestors definitely are speaking here, and you have a Star Ancestor. I'm just going to put that over here. And let's see what message they have for you here. So heed the messages coming directly from your soul. So really pay attention to your inspiration, your gut feeling. I just want to put on those candles there too. Yeah, I love that. Here's the light. The Star Ancestors is a term for extraterrestrial light beings who are dedicated to the healing and growth of the world. These incredible beings are divine embodiments of love who bring wisdom from the higher realms. Often people feel a sense of connectedness when they look up into the night sky and see the stars. I believe, this author believes, that because they are remembering their starry connections, and those are what this card represents. The Star Ancestor is reminding you that you have otherworldly support and that your friends from the stars can help you if you're willing to be helped. They can support you in connecting with and following your soul's deepest calling. And the extended message for this is there is a deeper purpose to your human journey. Not only were you born on purpose, you were born for a purpose. You were born to be a bright light in the world, and there are supporters out there in the universe sending waves of energy to guide you at this time. Information and inspiration that has been coming your way recently is not new information, but memories. Your feelings of being drawn in a particular direction are the awakening of an aspect of your soul. You're being drawn towards a road that will not only light you up, but also help you light up the corner, up your corner of the world. Continue following the cosmic guidance that is coming your way. So definitely ancestors of all kinds letting you know that you are not alone. You are supported. You are loved. You are here on purpose for a purpose. And as you gaze up into the starry nights, and I would throughout the month of April, as often as you can with clear skies, look at the stars, spend time looking at the stars, whether it's really early in the morning or, in the evening. Look out into the stars and feel the connection you have to the entire universe. There's so many beings of light and love out in the universe that are at a higher level of spirituality than we are, bringing and sending love to you, and they're aware of you. And, there's so many more as well. They don't want me to go into all that. We want to move on to the next, which we're going to pull cards from the tarot. And what I do each month is I separate the major arcana from the 4 suits of the minor arcana in the deck. And this deck is the Ancestral Path Tarot, because again, our ancestors want to be a part of this reading, and yours are really wanting to be a part of your reading. And I'll talk about the 4 minor arcana here in a sec, but these major arcana are like this card, which represent the overall message that they want you to know about the month of April in regards to how you can open up your heart more to love. And let me just shuffle these up a little more here. All right, so from your ancestors and the Creator and Spirit, what more would you like Virgos to know about their month of April? Oh, okay, so you actually get 2 here. And you have the Wheel of Fortune is your first one, so we'll talk about that first. And the Wheel of Fortune basically tells you, actually I'll put these up here, it tells you that before you came down here, your soul, your higher self, chose what avatar it wanted to represent it in this journey, which is you, your human side. So it chose that. It chose when it's going to arrive here and when it's going to leave here. And all these fated events that it wanted to experience throughout this life as you go through it. And so that chose all these things, all these experiences that it wanted to experience through you to more fully understand who it is by experiencing some things of what it is not, right? Because of our little human side, we experience what it feels like to feel small, what it feels to feel powerless and limited and restricted, and all these uncomfortable emotions of fear. We don't experience that all back home. So in experiencing that, you understand more fully who you are. But within each of these fated events, we still have that power of choice and our free will of what story we're going to apply to that event, of what feeling and emotion we want to feel through that circumstance, through that fated event. So there is this power that comes with this understanding that as the wheel turns throughout our life and all this, different things happen and change throughout our lives, that it is happening on purpose for a purpose, right? But also that you get to choose it. And I know when I first heard that, when the Spirit first told me about it, I was like, it don't feel like I'm making a choice. It feels like that happens and this is how I feel. That happens and this is what it means to me. And they were like, well, take a deep breath and slow down time. Then you can see when the decision was made. And it's because we were taught things, we were conditioned with those popular opinions and all those expectations of how things are supposed to be and supposed to mean and how we're supposed to feel. They were so reinforced that those things, those opinions became our habit and became our reaction. So when something happens, we feel that, something happens, we think that, right? So that is this change that can happen here in this power that comes for us, knowing that we are the ones that get to choose what anything means and how we're going to feel through it. So we move from feeling like we're on this out of control drama train that's about to fly off the tracks and explode to it's a more like a monorail at Disney World or Disneyland where it's attached to the tracks and it just moves along smoothly, knowing that everything is unfolding for us and life is not happening to us. We move from feeling like a victim of life to feeling like a victor of life instead. So wonderful change that's happening. It is the number 10, so it is an ending and a new beginning of how you're looking at life. And then you have the Judgment card. This is perfect because the Judgment card is this awareness of your higher self. Usually they'll have like people in a coffin standing up and a big angel with a trumpet, and it is about this awareness. And this one here, you can see how they're stepping from this world, almost like Alice in the Looking Glass from Alice in Wonderland, right? Stepping through into a whole new world, a whole new way of looking at things. And the Judgment card is about this connection to our higher selves, this connection to knowing that there's the two of us, because it is the card number 20 normally. I don't think they have the numbers on here. They don't. It's normally card 20, which is the two of you that are having this experience, that human side and that higher side. And this Wheel of Fortune is all about that too. The human side, understanding and going through, knowing that your soul, your higher self, chose your experiences. Then you don't feel like it's an out of control thing. It's a really fated and planned out life that you wanted to experience. Still a lot of flexibility. Again, how you choose to look at each situation and how you choose to feel it, but there's so much more organization to it than we had ever thought. At least our human side would ever thought. And then we're going to move into the 4 suits of the minor arcana, which represent the 4 different areas of our life. And we're going to start off with the fire element, which is normally the wands in the standard tarot. This one calls it the staves or staves. And it's your passion, your drive, your ambition, your aha inspiration, your passion of life. It's also your energy and your spiritual energy. So this is what your ancestors, the creator and spirit wants you to know about your energetic or spiritual adventure during the month of April. So for our Virgos, what would you like them to know? Okay, actually get 2. And your first one is the 7 of staves or 7 of wands. And this is very much a understanding that comes by having things come into our life that might like block our energy, where we might feel like conflict or defensiveness in a way. But it is this wonderful awareness that comes that you have the higher ground, seeing things from a higher perspective where you don't need to defend things. So this defensiveness energy in your life can be removed. It can be transformed because you realize, especially as you connect higher and higher, that you don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to defend your decisions. And you stop feeling like you need to offend others as well. But really, this is the energy coming in here, this brilliant, bright light. When you are like, and I love how this is like the planets, like when you're out in space looking back at Earth, you kind of care less and less and less about the human opinions and the human decisions and that, because you see things from the universe, you see things from way out, everything becomes so small. So especially when you look at the stars, you go, that's really tiny in the sky. Well, they think the same thing of us when they're looking back here. They see a little speck in the sky, right? I love that. And then you have, so the 2 of staves are the 2 of wands. And so this is about this knowing that there's 2 different places where you have your energy come from. The human world that's rooted in all that fight or flight and that fear, and the upper worlds, which is all about unconditional love. Every moment is either of the fear of losing conditional love or of unconditional love. And whatever we focus our energy in is what grows. And so I love this message coming in. There's definitely this 2 of you message, which they're nudging me to talk about. This free video series that they had me start in the beginning of this year called You Times 2. And it's just 1 video a week, and it ranges from 10 minutes up to 20 minutes usually. And it's just all about getting to know the 2 of you that are living this human experience. I have it listed in the description box below, and also it'll be a link to the playlist at the end of the video here in one of the corners. So if you want to check that out, I really feel they're nudging to say, yes, that's what it's about here. So there's beautiful messages there for you. We're also going to pull an oracle card here from the Return of Spirit deck and just see what else they want you to know. All right, so what else for our Virgos for their spiritual? Okay, you do get 2 for this one as well. Yep, recognition. So they are letting you know that you are recognized and you are seen. Your ancestors are really, really speaking up here and saying that they see you, they understand you, they are proud of you, There's this whole posse, in addition to your ancestors, your loved ones on the other side, your guardian angel, your angels, your spirit guides, of course, Creator and Spirit. They see you and they are proud of what you have done, the experiences that you've had here. And though you might beat yourself up a lot about perfection and mistakes, all these, words of imperfection and mistakes that are of the human experience, they're like, they see you in a completely different light. They see you as literally this golden child. Yeah, and here you go, starseed. So you've got your star ancestors and you got the star seed card. And I'm going to read the star seed, and I know not everyone believes in those, and I didn't go into a ton of detail there, but obviously they want me to talk a little bit more here. And Cheryl Lee Harnish, who's the maker of these cards in the book, of course, she says these so eloquently. So let's read from the book. It says, the loving, benevolent being on this card, which I'll show you again. You can kind of see this, the being there. There's the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Just put this back over here. That loving, benevolent being on this card has come to you today to share his words of encouragement. There are many who feel as though they don't belong here on earth, and it can be a tough journey with many experiences and obstacles to overcome. You no longer have to question whether you're supposed to be here or not, or whether you belong. You most absolutely belong here. Your soul has chosen this incarnation for many reasons, which we talked about. And the universe has brought you here for a reason too. Do not doubt the wisdom of it. You are a very sensitive soul connected to the subtle energies that weave and ebb throughout the entire cosmos. You may find that you are actually affected by the moods or thoughts of others as well. Although at times it may not feel like it, this is a gift. It is a special part of your makeup and blueprint. Your keen ability to sense and intuit these energies is an aspect of the gift you're here to bring to the planet. You could be any type of healer or teacher, but this largely depends on whether you choose to hide away from the world or to engage in it. At times, it may seem easier to just hide away, but that's not what you've come here to do. You carry a high frequency, and through your everyday contact with others, you are sharing it. As you allow yourself to open up to the world around you, you'll find yourself opening to the higher information and energies as well. Usually, starseeds are guided and directed by beings of a cosmic, galactic nature, like maybe your star ancestors. This can sometimes mean that it takes more effort and patience when communicating with their guides. The Starseed card asks that you consciously work on developing your connection with your guides, as there is information awaiting you. So definitely this star connection for sure. Then we're going to move into the next suit, which is the earth element, and where this is like your energies, and we're going to talk about your mind and your heart or your emotions. Those are all internal. Earth is all the external. This is normally the pentacle suit. They call it the sacred circles in this particular deck. But this is going to represent your outside world. So all those other characters that are on stage with you, and your props, and even your physical body, which Virgos are all about their physical body adventure in this lifetime, especially if it's your sun sign. But this is just what your ancestors, the Creator and Spirit, want you to know about your external experience during the month of April. So for our Virgos, what would you like them to know? Of course, this is your energy, your earth elements. So this is nothing for you to be afraid of. You're like, this is what I experience and live every day. So Yep, and you have the 3 of sacred circles. And this is so perfect with what they were talking about with sharing your gift with the world and sharing yourself with the world. Because for me, this is all about living your authentic self and being your authentic self. There's this, yeah, and here's a star with it right in the bullseye. Be yourself, be your starry self. But the message here, usually there's someone creating this beautiful work of art, and there's someone standing in front of them and someone standing behind them, and the person behind them is that naysayer, the dream busters, the people that, I can't believe you're doing it that way. You'll never do well at that. Why, you won't make any money that way. You won't be successful, blah, 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 blah. And we know what we do with them. We set them outside of our inner circle. But the person that's in the front of us, the person who's supporting us, that's saying, I'm so proud of you. You're doing so well. I can't wait to see what you do, da, 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 da. And then says, but have you ever thought of doing it this way? That individual can more likely pull us off our authentic path of how we want to express our gift and our true self to the world, because we don't want to lose that praise. We don't want to lose that support and have them join that other naysayer camp. So this message of this is really about connecting to who you really are and expressing yourself authentically with the world. And I'm also seeing here, of course, up in the sky here, there's these spirit beings in the sky, and here's this star that would be you, right? Or your posse, but there's all this support that you have from the stars. So again, they're kind of showing themselves here. We're also going to pull at least one card from this clarity deck. And I love this deck because it's made by this group called Girls Gone Happy. So whether we're male or female or how we identify, we're all honorary Girls Gone Happy for this reading. All right. So what else would you like our Virgos to know about their April, please? Their outside world in April. Well, there we go. And you've got the artiste. There we go. Exactly what we were talking about here. How could you be more creative here? And 3 is the number of creativity. What keeps you from being more creative? How will you work with this blockage? Yes. So how are you limiting how you're expressing yourself to the world? And how can you free yourself from those things that are blocking you, those fears of what's keeping you from being yourself and expressing yourself authentically to the world? And then we move into the air element, which is the sword suit. And this represents your mind. So it's your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. And this is just going to be what they want you to know about your mental adventure during the month of April. So Ancestor Spirit Creator for our Virgos. What would you like them to know about their mental adventure in April? Nothing. Okay, no, there's one right there. Patience, I know. Yeah, you have the Princess of Swords. And the Princess of Swords would be the Page of Swords in the Standard Tarot. And she has the Ace of Swords here. And the Ace of Swords, she brings this ability of new thought, new perspective. It also could be new messages coming in from your mind, like mental messages just popping into your head. And the Ace of Swords allows you 2 things. One, it allows you to connect to the higher truths, to that higher realm, right? And those are the capital T truths of the spirit world that don't need defending, they just are true. And then they allow you to cut away those small t truths that no longer serve you. They have served you for a while to have you experience what it might feel like to feel out of control and small and all that stuff that we were talking about before, all these experiences that you've been going through in your life that your soul wanted you to go through. But obviously there's this new message, this new change that's happening in your life for you to cut away those thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve you, so you can move into this authentic place of expressing yourself, expressing your gift to the world. We're also going to pull, of course, an oracle card for that. And actually, they want this one. I don't know what that one is yet. We'll see if there's any others. But this is the numerology guidance cards, just to see if there's any other messages, what else they would like you to know. So besides that one card, okay, yep. Love it. Follow your dreams. And this is the pink, the heart, higher heart chakra, because we got all the pink, which represents the higher heart, and then all the green is the kind of the human heart chakra. But this is follow your dreams. So this is definitely this reiteration. Yes, be your authentic self. Follow your dreams, not the dreams that other people have given you, all the supposed tos and shoulds. Because if you wake up in the morning to follow your dream and you're like, I got to go follow my dream. That's not your dream. That's a dream someone else gave you. Because if it's your dream, you wake up excited for what the day will bring you. You wake up excited for what's next, right? And then the other card, adventure, dun dun dun. So, yep, adventure, following your dreams. In fact, I want to do it like this. It's definitely this new adventure, looking at life as an adventure instead. And I kind of want to read this adventure one. So this card indicates a need to see your life as an adventure, like that Wheel of Fortune, that this is an adventure, a journey on purpose, for a purpose. No one knows what will happen tomorrow, so why not make the most of today? By drawing this card, you're being encouraged to step out of the rut of your everyday life to experience exciting new things. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic, right? We already talked about the drama train. Just a couple of minor adjustments can add a little adventure and zing. This is a time to be inquisitive and daring. You might want to rearrange your furniture or experiment with new styles of clothing. Perhaps you could eat a different type of food, take up a new hobby, or go on an overseas voyage. Sometimes a new version of something familiar is enough to shake things up. Even a random act of kindness can be an adventure in itself. You've got people to meet and plenty of things to see. So open yourself up to the unknown, revitalize your soul, and broaden your horizons. Adventure stimulates the life force and enhances your connection to Source. So I love it. That is perfect. Sorry if you heard my stomach growl. My microphone is close to my stomach, so you probably did hear that. But that's it, right? You are hungry for something new and exciting, this new adventure. And then we move into the water element, which is the Suit of Cups. And that, of course, represents your emotions. So this is what the Creator wants you to know about your emotional adventure during the month of April. What your Creator, Spirit, and your ancestors. What would you like them? Oh, okay. Yeah. Queen of Cups. And this is perfect. She is all the queens, in addition to having their suit, which is water, all the queens also have water. So she's double water, which, much like the High Priestess, she is the one that connects to the spiritual realm. Trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, looking to higher places. And here she has the Ace of Cups, which is full of the unconditional love essence of the Creator of all things. So she's able to dive so deep into her emotions and connect to this beautiful, beautiful energy, this beautiful unconditional love energy of the higher realms. When you connect to your star seeds and who you are, all of this whole adventure is about, obviously this whole reading was about how to open yourself up more to love, right? And here it is. Here's the ultimate love that you can have that's being offered to you. And it is about connecting to your higher self. The spiritual realm is where you're going to have that. And then the final card we're going to pull from is the Power of Surrender cards. And because this is the final card for this reading, it can still mean additional information on your emotional adventure, but it's also going to be a wild card to be whatever else your ancestors, your creator, and spirit would like you to know about this month of April and opening up more to love. So what's your final message for our Virgos, please? Okay, there it is. Surrender fear. Easy breezy, right? And it says, let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. And I love that, because when I was talking about the Wheel of Fortune, whatever we determine what story we put around every situation. And it's just saying, yeah, let go of the fearful ones. Create new stories. Make it an adventure instead. Look at each moment as an adventure instead of a fearful story applying to it. And you can change it at any time. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful reading here. If you are wanting even more messages of love from above, in addition to these monthly readings, I also put out free weekly energy update readings for all the earth signs, water signs, all the elements. Also, new moon and full moon readings and a variety of other videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, that gives you access to this notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select all, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out from this channel during the month. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, because when you like a video, you share a video, you comment on a video, or you subscribe to a channel, all those things the YouTube algorithm gets so excited about. It wants to share the videos of that channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am, of course, grateful for that. Also, these are just general readings. If you want even more specific information for your life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is in the description box below. All right, Virgos, as you go throughout this amazing April and every second of every day of your life, please know that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing April. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you hang in there and you take care.